Today in Review This Thing, we're going to review this thing, the Bergara Experience. This is Adrienne with Review This Thing. Before we get started on the Bergara Experience, I just wanted to let you know that if you want to get more content, you can follow us on Instagram and on Facebook at Review This Thing. Now let's talk about the Bergara Experience. If you've been with our channel very long, you know that we're pretty big fans of Bergara Rifles. There are a few videos we have talking about a couple different rifles as well as taking it out and shooting it. So when we heard about the Bergara Experience, we knew it was something we definitely wanted to check out. So last weekend we headed to Dead Zero Shooting Park in Spencer, Tennessee to see what it was all about. We had a fun day, a full day. So let's review this thing. On Review This Thing, even with an event like this, we're going to cover the facts. The first part is fit. So basically the main thing with fit with the Bergara Experience is, does it fit what you're looking for? And the best way to know that is for me to tell you what to expect. The day is arranged so you have time to shoot any and all of the rifles that they make and bring with them. This year they had a really good variety of rifles. They had a couple of 22s, the BMR and the B14 Trainer. They also had a couple of older rifles, the HMR Pro, as well as the Wilderness HMR. And then they also brought some of their 2022 new guns that are made with that Cure carbon barrel, including the Divide as well as the Mg Lite. I believe registration was limited to 80 shooters and there were 8 different shooting stations. I'll talk more about the ins and outs of how everything worked later, but I just mentioned that to say that there are probably going to be other people wanting to shoot the same guns as you, which makes sense because they're pretty awesome. So just know you may have to wait in line for a little bit. So if you're looking for a fast-paced, run-of-the-range, all-on-your-own sort of event that's not going to have other people there, this is not what you're looking for. And one thing you really need to know is that the Bergara Experience is more than just about the experience of shooting their guns. It's also the experience of getting to talk to and meet some of their Bergara family. At this event, there were people from marketing, social media, the engineering and design team, pro staff, as well as people from their professional shooting team. Now, I'm sure I missed somebody, but basically suffice it to say that if you have a question about a Bergara rifle, someone there was going to be able to answer it for you. If you're looking for a fun, laid-back event where you're going to get to meet some really cool people and shoot some pretty amazing guns, then this is exactly what you're looking for. We came into the Bergara Experience not really knowing what to expect, but we were definitely happy with the results. So because of that, we're going to give fit a 5 out of 5. Now is the Bergara Experience as advertised. The main thing that they advertise about the Bergara Experience is it gives you the chance to hang out with a Bergara team while testing a variety of guns out to 1,000 yards. I like that the first thing they mention is being able to meet the Bergara team. We've met a few of the folks from Bergara at other events previously, and they're just super great people, so we were really excited to meet a few others. Everyone there was really generous of their knowledge, of their time. They gave a lot of effort into making sure everybody was having a good time and doing the best that they could at shooting these rifles. The day started out really hot. After all, it was July in Tennessee. And then by the end of the day, it was absolutely pouring down rain where we really couldn't even see the targets anymore. And all the Bergara folks really seemed to enjoy being there and helping everybody out. If they were not having a good time or they didn't want to be there, they did a really good job of hiding it. Then there's the opportunity to test these guns out to 1,000 yards, and we definitely did some of that too. Dead Zero Shooting Park has some steel targets out at different ranges, including 800 and 1,000 yards, but they also have these really cool digital targets, so you can see your point of impact on an iPad sitting right beside you. My first shot at 1,000 with the Mg Lite was pretty close to center, I'd say. Now, Robbie did really good with the Mg Lite at 1,000 yards. He actually had a .58 MOA group, I believe, so he was really impressed with that gun. So the rifles Bergara brought were awesome. Vortex was their scope sponsor, and those scopes did great too. And then Sierra was also the ammo sponsor. We were very impressed with how all 3 of those worked together. There were definitely some of the best groups we've ever shot, and that is definitely a testament to all 3 of those things. From what I saw, people were having an absolutely great time. Most people haven't shot past 100 or 200, probably never to 1,000, and most people have never shot a $2,000 to $3,000 gun. I know I don't have one of those in my gun safe. So because the event did exactly what they said it would do, great people, great guns, we're going to give as advertised a 5 out of 5. Now on to construction and durability. Now there's really not much to say about durability other than the fact that everybody from Bergara stayed engaging and kind all throughout the day. As far as construction, I really just want to kind of tell you how the day went. So registration was smooth and quick. You sign the waiver, get a band so they know you did that. You check in and you get your pretty sweet swag bag. It included a bag as well as a couple of really nice t-shirts and a couple of really sweet hats, some patches, and then a couple things to clean your glass. Then we had an introduction and brief history lesson about Bergara from Tony Smotherman, head of influencer relations. Then they provided lunch, which I thought was a really nice touch. The event was from 10 to 4, including registration. So it was really nice to just sit down, have some food, chit-chat a little bit before heading to shoot. Then we headed to the range. Everybody was given 8 yellow tickets, which gave you 3 shots on any of the centerfire rifles, and 2 blue tickets, which gave you 5 shots on the rimfire rifles. I really liked that arrangement because you were able to pick and choose how you used your tickets, which guns you shot, which ones you didn't. If there was a gun you weren't interested in, you just didn't shoot it. And if there was a gun you only wanted to shoot, you could use all your tickets on that gun. Now, you did have to stand in line to wait your turn, but the area at Dead Zero is covered, so you were able to be in the shade pretty much the whole time, which was really nice. Whenever people got finished, they were just able to leave whenever they wanted to. And I mentioned that because several people left before 4 o'clock, so as the crowd started dwindling down, the lines were much shorter, and you were able to take your time and shoot whatever you wanted. As I mentioned, the guys working each gun did a phenomenal job of coaching and teaching people about the guns, helping them with their shooting form, and ideally get the feeling of ringing steel at 1,000 yards. Overall, we were really pleased with the construction of this event. We thought it was organized very well, and we liked all the components. So because of that, we're going to give construction and durability a 5 out of 5. Now on to testimonials and reviews. There aren't really any reviews of this event online. Now first, I just want to tell you the main negative comment people had was that I guess they weren't expecting to have to wait in line to shoot. There were 80 people and there were about 8 stations, average about 10 people in line per station. And of course there were some guns like the Divide and the MG Lite that were the newer guns that people wanted to shoot more, so those lines tended to be a little bit longer. And there was definitely a wait because as each person was shooting, they would take their time, they would get the advice and information from the person helping them out. So it wasn't a super fast transition, but you really wouldn't want it to be, especially if you were the one shooting. But I will say there was plenty of time to shoot. We were shooting for at least 4 hours, so just be patient and enjoy being there and know that your turn will come. And since there aren't any other reviews, I just wanted to share this quick interview I did with one of the other shooters.
We got to shoot a comp series gun. We got to shoot the MG Lite. Definitely worth the price of admission, the meal, the swag bag. We've shot our entry fee. We shot that much ammo today. If you're wondering if you can do it, it's definitely worth the experience.
Overall, everybody was really excited about the experience and enjoyed being there. Normally we would give you the score that we found, but there is no score. For testimonials and reviews, we give it a 2 thumbs up. And finally, should you buy this thing? I haven't mentioned this yet, but the cost of the event was $50, which to me was well worth it. The swag bag probably had $90 to $100 worth of stuff in it. They fed us, and we were able to shoot all their ammo. Plus, there's a chance, like we mentioned, to shoot $2,000, $3,000 rifles, which most of us wouldn't otherwise have. My favorite part was getting to meet more of the Bergara team, get to know them a little better, and see how much they love working for Bergara and building these rifles for us. I can almost guarantee you that if you go to a Bergara Experience, you shoot these guns and you meet these folks, you're gonna wanna go get one of your own. So if you're looking for a really cool experience, meet some great people, shoot some awesome guns, and maybe even set a long distance PR, then the Bergara Experience may be exactly what you're looking for. They do 2 of these events every year. This year was in Tennessee and then in Colorado coming up August 20th. You're gonna wanna sign up for their email newsletter, so next year when they release the places and the dates, you can be one of the first people to sign up. I think if you have the opportunity, you will be as pleased as we were. So obviously we're gonna give Should You Buy This Thing a 5 out of 5. Hey, thanks for watching our Bergara Experience review video. While you're here, watch a lot of other videos. If you like what we do, give us a thumbs up. If you really like it, please consider subscribing and share our channel with your friends. Also, do us a big favor, follow us on Instagram and on Facebook and on TikTok. And you can also check us out at www.reviewthisthingtv.com.